And because of that, I think this probably gonna help them because vaccine center that they have been using every single day, and their electricity bills certainly going to be a lot higher than all these other businesses that is closing down or already closed down. Shopping malls, I don't think shopping mall is open right now, and even they are open, a lot of them are closed. Only grocery shops or essential shops that can be operate. So these are the businesses that gets some subsidiary electric subsidiary from the government, but I don't think it's gonna help. Do you think it's gonna help? I don't think it's gonna help. I think it's not gonna help in terms of the profit. It's not gonna help in terms of profit. It's definitely not gonna help them in terms of helping them to revive. Especially travel agency. How many of you have not been out? Leave this country for 2 years, just like me. I think it's close to 2 years. I haven't left the country at all. And if I can't leave the country, I think most of the people can't leave the country as well. In fact, the last time they wanted to do encourage people to start travel in the country, start going to Langkawi, start going to some certain area and boost up the travel agency businesses. But it's like what I said, all these travel agencies, their intention is to bring people to overseas so that they can earn a big butt. But imagine that if they have lots of overhead to cover and you only allow them to operate in the country. I mean, you can't blame the government for not allowing to leave the country. It's really, really not a good situation to leave the country. But think about it. For those of them who actually doing just local travel, I don't think they're gonna cover their overheads as well. And I see that lots of travel agency doing retrenchment, but of course, as soon as the economy recover, they are gonna get back their job, but not so soon. You see, last year I put on a advertisement to try to hire a PA, personal assistant, and then I have a lot of a lot of pilots, a lot of air stewardesses applied to the position. And what's so funny about that is because flying is their is their is their ambition, is their it's something that they love doing. It's not because of the money that they make, but it's something that they love doing it. So they actually have the request, which is also the reason why I didn't hire them. The request was, if as soon as I'm able to go back to the aviator industry, I hope that I can resign ASAP to go back to that company. So I was thinking, if I hire you, I'm not sure when this pandemic gonna recover, but looks like it's gonna be recovering soon. But then again, I do not want to, after I train you to become my PA, then suddenly you tell me, oh, so sorry, Vicky, I'm gonna leave because my company is coming back to hire me again. And I love flying. I do not want to work as a PA forever. So because of that reason, I do not hire all these people. But there are a lot of people still placing a lot of hope, a lot of bet that, this travel industry gonna come back. I certainly think that travel industry is not gonna die. It's not gonna die because people still need to fly. Imagine that if you want to go overseas, you can't be taking a boat, you can't be taking a speedboat, you can't be taking a yacht to go overseas unless you're going somewhere really near, really close by, like Singapore. But then imagine if you want to go to England, okay, you want to go to London, you can't be like taking a boat and reach there like half a year later, right? So the fastest way is still a plane. We do not have any teleporter at the moment, so the only alternative that you have, which is plane. So all these travel businesses, I think it will come back right after the pandemic, but during this period of time, it's really a suffering period for all of them, and I understand that. But After that, it will surely come back to the economy as well. Now, in terms of property, what has been given to the property? I think in terms of property this year, it wasn't a lot compared to last year. Last year was very, very helpful. So this year is just continuing what we were doing last year. So home ownership campaign HOC has been extended to 31st of December, which is end of this year. It gives everyone ample of time to start looking for property, to start investing into property. Those of you still look, see for property, you know what? Make up your mind. You have the last chance, because I'm not sure after the end of this year how often can this thing can be extended and extended and extended. See, HOC has been extended since 2019. It was first introduced in 2019 and it has been extended for many rounds. And of course, because of it has been extended so many rounds, many people would think that even if I don't buy it right now, they will still extend. This kind of things, right? You don't know this kind of wonderful things when it's gonna end. So it will be best to fully utilize what your government gave it to you. Now, again, HOC also come with another benefit, which is if you are having your third home, soon, any house that is the third or the fourth house, you still entitled to 90% of your loan to value. So when you have 90%, which is quite rare in the markets, because why? At the first place, why government actually put 70% loan to value quota is because they want to stop speculation. Now, if they want to stop speculation, they give you the last chance to buy this 90%. With 90%, that is, of course, there are also a reason why. It's also to clear off all these outstanding balances, which we call unsold unit or the overhang properties, so that there will be it will create a hype in the property market. It also enhance the expenditure in the property industry. Okay, so if you think that it's going to be extended, well, I'm not sure. Again, I'm not God and I'm not government, but I will say that just grab whatever you can right now, because it entitles you to 90% of the loan to value quota as well. Now, talking about this 90% loan to value quota, certain banks allows and agree with that, and encourage to have 90% quota, while some of the banks are quite negative and also quite concerned about giving 90% loan to value quota. The reason is because it actually incur a higher risk onto the bank. So not all the banks are participating to give out 90% loan to value quota. So if you have any banks that offer you 90% right now, quickly grab it. Okay, right. Alicia Lim, I think the priority should lay on the experiences, interest of applying from the position in the recruitment effort firsthand. Should lay on the experiences, interest. Well, I would suppose that your questions is relate to my last sharing about the air stewardess. I just assume the air stewardess who applied to my position. But yes, lay on the experiences and interest of applying for the position. But then again, if in 3 months' time they are gonna leave the companies, I will need to find another person, which is gonna be a lot of hassle to me as well. It's not easy to hire a person that is suitable for you, and then after you train the person, you get used to the person, especially personal assistant. It's gonna be very that person's gonna follow you everywhere you go and gonna know every bits of you, every documents that you have, and it's gonna be very personal. That's why it's called personal assistant. Well, if the personal assistant's gonna come and go, I don't think it's gonna be a good thing for the company as well, and as well as myself. I'll be spending a lot of energy looking for new personal assistants. So that's the reason why I do not want to hire people who want to leave immediately after that. Right. Okay, so the next thing that which is I think very good for property investor. So there's no opportunity for the first two properties that you're going to sell in this year until 31st of December 2021. Now, during this period of time, it's fantastic. If you think of buying auction property, which what I'm teaching, and you're thinking of flipping it during this year, or you have some property that you're already thinking of selling or in the process of selling it off, or you want to withdraw from this property, or you want to you have some financial difficulties and you want to get rid of this property so that it can cover all your debts, this is fantastic period for you to sell your property. For all this selling property, you will not incur RPGT. Now, what is this RPGT about? RPGT stands for Real Property Gain Tax. Now, talking about real property gain tax is whereby whatever your profit incur to you. So it's not how much you sell, right? A lot of people think that, wow, this year got RPGT. Now, we know that first 3 years, if you sell